Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Trinity, Continuum, Aeon, VARG Force, Salvation. It never gets shorter. I am your story guide, Scott, and I am going to throw it to Johnathan to start the round of introductions.
Hi, everybody. My name is Johnathan. This is really my first experience in general with Trinity Continuum at all. And I will be playing Raphael. I don't remember if I need to say anything else.
You need to throw it to somebody else.
Yes. That is absolutely fine. I'm going to throw it to Jim.
Hi, I'm Jim. This is my second Trinity game, if we're going that route. I will be playing the salty staff sergeant, that is Logan McCall. And I will go ahead and pass it over to Josh.
Hi there, I'm Josh Heath. I am playing Laughs, who is a listener and currently hurtling through space. That's going to be exciting. They, them are their pronouns, and I am going to kick it over to Nigel.
Hello, my name is Nigel O'Rear. I will be playing Flight Lieutenant Jude Fletcher. I think I am pursuing the flopping starfish ally through space, trying to prevent their slow, thoughtless death in the void. And of course, I'll pass it over to Sean.
Who is muted?
You're muted.
Hello, I'm Sean Creef. I am playing the Opeo Wawindaji member Wu Cesar. I am currently at one with everything in the area mentally, and hopefully that gives me a way to survive what is coming.
Indeed. And speaking of what is coming, when last we left our hotshot VARG pilots, they were in a pitched battle with aberrants who had detected them despite their valiant efforts to stay hidden as they scoped out a semi-derelict comm station / shipyard that is way off the plane of the elliptical in the Vega system. They had engaged with a few of them, and one of them moved at a very, very quick pace to a far distance away and then proceeded to unleash a wave of quantum energy at all of them. So it is at this point that I need all of you to roll your defense. Defense is, of course, one of your resilience attributes, your pick. And let me know how many successes +1 you get for your total defense.
Scott, would it be okay if I enacted a reverie?
It is absolutely okay that you enact a reverie. Which one would you like to enact?
Sky, my Opeo Wamako contact, Sky Burnett.
Excellent. And who is taking up that role?
Johnathan.
Johnathan. Okay. So as this wave of prismatic quantum energy is rolling its way towards you, the camera slows. We have that nice lost whoosh sound, and please set the stage for us, Sean.
Okay, so we are currently on the dimly lit surface of Ruan's world, where the dawn is quickly approaching on the strangely alien landscape. There is a small ring of dirt where several members of the Wawindaji have been training, and currently Wu Cesar is trying desperately to land anything, a single strike on his teacher, who he cannot do so. She is not only his teacher, but she invented the entire martial arts style that he, utilizes with teleportation. So she is making him just look bad.
Okay, so how are you attempting to land this blow after failure after failure? What new strategy are you trying to employ?
Trying to go faster and faster. In fact, I think I'm actually going to try and not fight dirty, but fight creatively and literally come at her from above via teleportation. He's going to try and do quick little portals. So basically, punch the fist through the portal, fist comes down from above.
Okay, and how are you defending Sky to this creative yet still unskilled attack?
I think that Sky's movements are remarkably casual because Sky is watching certain tells that at this point young Caesar hasn't quite learned how to get rid of. So despite these attempts, each of these attacks for the moment is being blocked very calmly, very casually. The one from above there will be a moment of Caesar feeling his hand grabbed instead of just blocked as a means to imply that you're still too slow for me. You're still being caught, before she releases it with a little push back through the portal.
Trying to maintain his momentum, he will do a cool little backflip and spring, and he is going, try his damnedest to just pull a Dragon Ball teleport behind and hit from the back. And that's probably not going to work either, but that's the most savage thing he can think of at the moment.
At that point, when he lands, there's a leg hooked back around behind his ankle and a pole to send him to the ground.
With you being slammed to the ground, all of the students kind of like give kind of a oof, a sympathetic oof, as it is clear that you are not going to be landing a blow on the teacher today.
How are you doing this? I mean, I know you're good, but
you're getting closer and closer. But you're still telegraphing what you're doing with your body. When you launch your attacks, you need to remember you're not using simply your own body's momentum. If I want to hit you and make it hurt, and at that point, she will, from this position, teleport to do a strike that lands on the ground right beside Caesar's face.
So not striking Caesar, just striking the
Correct.
ground.
Yes, right beside his face, making the point, not harming him. You don't operate within the same laws of physics anymore. Stop thinking within your previous limitations. You don't need to draw back to strike hard. You don't need to wind up or try to hit me. If you're going to hit me, hit me.
Understood, Sifu. He's going to try and just sort of flick his fingers into a knuckle punch without moving and just try and get it into her gut from underneath with a quick little portal.
And in that moment, there is a widening of her eyes. And I think that might be a great segue from that scene.
And we will have the whoosh come back as the energy is right about to hit everyone. So now, please give me those defense values.
So I botched. I would to note that we should get 2 momentum for that botch.
I will say that for rolls like that, like initiative and defense, there's no real way to botch. You'll get 1 momentum for it, but it is momentum because it becomes a 0 success thing. But you do get a momentum for that. So your defense is at 1. Nigel, right. Yours is at 1. What about Logan and Raphael?
What are we rolling one more time? Sorry, I got super into
one
the
of
other
your
scene.
resilience attributes.
Thank you. Sorry, I got super into having fun with Caesar's scene.
But this is what I rolled. It's not my defense value.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, add what you roll to your defense value. Gotcha.
defense.
Uh,
0. Well,
Damn.
1.
All right. So, I am rolling at power scale 3. I don't believe anyone has a durability scale other than 2. So that means that I am coming at you with 11 successes. So that's a full 11 successes. Josh, what's your soft armor?
It is 4.
4. Okay. So yeah, it's going to damage you twice. Your total was 4, Jude. Yes. Okay. And what's your soft armor?
My VARG soft armor is 2.
2. Okay. So yeah, it's going to damage you. Cost 2. Yeah, it's going to damage you 3 times. Actually, it's going to activate the brutal. If I'm correct on that. Logan, what was your defense?
I got 2 successes on the roll.
Okay. So
Would I also be able to reflexively activate energy shield from my perikinesis?
yeah, absolutely, you can.
So that would give me protection from energy
Okay.
up to my mode divided by 2. So it gives me an extra 1.
Gives you an extra 1 soft armor. So how much total soft armor do you have?
That would bring me up to 5.
5. That's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, it will only be able to damage you once. Raphael, what's your defense? Your rolled successes plus 1 success.
I'm not actually sure how to figure out what my defense is in
It
this.
starts at 1.
It starts at 1 unless you have anything that adds on to it, which I don't believe you have, unless you do have some gifts that you could use. But that's up to you.
He had used Chess Master, so he can spend his first success for 2 defense, I believe.
That's true.
Yeah, and I would like to do that, definitely.
Okay.
Actually, I think we can all do that, but 2
Yes,
of us.
you can.
So I'm not 1 higher, as would.
Okay. So then I have I had 2 successes on the dice, so then I have the other things from Chess Master. So sorry, math is failing me, everybody.
That's fine. So you rolled 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you that with Chess Master, that gave you an additional 1. So that's 3 successes plus 1 is your default defense is a defense of 4.
Okay. And then since would my VARG's hard armor count towards this?
Hard armor is additional health levels.
Okay.
The soft armor would be the next bit
Got
of the
it.
calculation.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got 11 successes, so I'm coming at you with 7 successes.
I have 4 soft armor on the
4
VARG.
soft armor. Okay, so yeah, that means it's going to damage you once. And then Sean, you said you got 0, so you only had 1.
1, but there is a 3-point complication from my empty world style that if not bought off, it will hit someone else.
Really interesting. Okay.
Yes. It ideally on his side is what it's supposed to be.
Fair enough. What about your soft armor?
4.
4. Okay. So they're coming at you with 11 successes. So 10 successes. Cost 4 to hit you. It will definitely buy off that complication, but not have enough successes to do anything else with you. So it does damage you once. Next we have a PC turn on this go. Who would like to go?
Is this top of the round again?
This is top of the round. The aberrant attacked first at the top of the round. So
okay.
We've got the whole other round to go.
And we had one dude was trying to leave, one dude's at extreme range.
So the field as it is, yeah, one dude who is at extreme range. You have a pill bug looking guy who has teleported himself to intercept Laughs, who's spooling off, and he's like reaching out his bug hands to try and get at Laughs. And we have another dude who's like kind of like tall and very willowy and whippy and has like energy whips, who is not trying to get away, but he's basically in the mix with all of you.
Okay.
So that is what we've got.
And I am near Laughs, correct?
Yes, you are started heading towards Laughs.
I am
Okay.
currently still attached to the transport. I'll go ahead and take that first one if no one else is going to.
Go ahead.
Since we have a couple of people who are decent in close combat, from what I've seen, I am going to go ahead and use my Super Science 3 to go ahead and change out for a weapon that I can hit this Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon motherfucker.
Okay, then.
Now, none of the book weapons, actually, at least the ones I was looking at, none of them had an extreme range tag, so I get to build it.
I can. Do you want me to just send you the stats on mine for quickness?
Yeah, that'll make life a little bit quicker.
Sure thing.
Flavor it how you like. Actually, you don't need all that. You just need the top part.
Okay. So you have an anti-material rifle. Okay.
VARG scale, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Bigger
amazing.
anti-material rifle, but that's the basic gist of it. So yeah, they are going to trade out their pyro bunker, their melee weapon, for that.
Does it take an action to do that, or
That is, let me double check here. I have to do a lot of flipping around and looking at things. That is abilities, weapon shift. I'm double checking here. It does. By spending 3 psi and rolling technology in psi. So I do have to roll for it to make sure I can actually build it right.
yeah,
Can
I'm
make
going to say that
anything
that's a pretty complicated thing to like focus on if you're channeling it on your side. I'm going to say that takes your action to do that.
Okay.
If it doesn't specifically counteract me.
Yeah, it does not specify whether or not it actually
Yeah, if you have
takes
to do
an action or
yeah,
not,
if you have to
but-
do a roll on that sort of thing, and yeah, given the complicated nature of it, I'm going to say that it takes your action if it doesn't specifically say so.
Okay.
Just because that is a pretty complicated thing you're doing. So go ahead and make that roll and build out that weapon, and we will move on. I have next, I'm going to have an aberrant turn. The pill bug looking dude is going to let gravity take you to him, and is going to try and do a munch on you with its terrible things.
I would like to use my what's it called? Lightning reflexes to go ahead of him in this round.
By all means. What are you going to do?
I'm going to I'm streaking towards Laugh's position, and I'm envisioning essentially boosting, putting on a sudden burst of speed to interpose and just land with my sword, like punching through this dude. I want to prevent Laughs from getting hit by this guy and try to deal damage to him.
Okay, yeah.
So
roll that bean footage.
it'll be Dex close combat.
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6 plus 3. And does nope, I don't think any of that works.
He is actually at durability scale 1, so you have a scale on him.
Okay. It only provides enhancement, right?
Provides 2 enhancement, and it also allows you the opportunity to damage him twice if you have the successes to do so.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I see successes. 1, 2, 3 plus a 10. So, that's not. So, 4 successes plus 2 from scale plus 5 from my weapon is 11 successes.
Okay. He has a defense of 4. So 7 to deal with. And he has a soft armor of 2. So it costs you 2 successes to damage him, which you can do so twice.
Okay. And
does your
yeah.
weapon have the brutal quality?
I'm pretty sure it does. Let me look at my weapons.
Because I think you would have, if you have the brutal quality, then you have enough successes to damage him a 3rd time.
I do. It's brutal, deadly, destructive 2. Yeah.
Oh, if it's destructive, then you absolutely have enough successes to damage him the full 3 times. Because that would have been reducing his soft armor. So yeah, you deal a mighty blow to this pill bug looking aberrant. It does not cut him in twain. He is still, but it is like there's space guts billowing out and and interacting with the pressure of space in really bad ways. But it is still like twitching. And it is going to make that try and complete its chomp on Laughs. So Laughs, if you could, you don't need to roll your defense because it's the same thing. So it's still gonna be 1.
Did what I could, buddy.
So I will roll for my good friend Monch here, which is what I've named him. But Monch does not get target number 7. Okay, so 1 success plus his enhancement. And what was your soft armor again?
4.
4. He is unable to do damage to you. Your VARG is just too tough to get up on. So he just kind of scrapes his terrible bug teeth against your armor. But he's also, but I will say he has, he will instead spend those successes to get a hold of you. So your momentum has been arrested. But okay. So next on our list, we have a PC. Who wants it?
Okay, I would like to take it if I could.
Sure.
It has grabbed me. Has it grabbed me in a way that I can shoot it with a gun? Or has it grabbed me in a way that I cannot shoot it with a gun?
I think what are the range tags on your gun?
Sure. So the coil gun is short. My standard lightning cannon is short, and my plasma thrower is close.
Using your plasma thrower would be the easiest way of doing damage to them. Otherwise, you would have an increased difficulty to try and use a ranged weapon at close range. But yeah, your plasma thrower seems to be the weapon of choice here.
Cool. Then Laughs will aim the plasma thrower and attempt to do something.
What is the what is the scale of this weapon? Should be 2 at the very least, unless it has heavy tag or something.
I believe it is 2. Let me look again.
Yeah, look at its tags.
Yeah, it's got hard point 2, incendiary 2, ranged, and VARG scale. So
Okay, so it's
It's 2.
operating at power scale 2.
Yep.
Gotcha. So you have a scale on it.
Mhm.
So yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay. 10 dice.
And yes, Scott, because if he doesn't have the grapple tag, that will be +2 difficulty still.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I got 4 successes. I've got 4 successes, and then enhancement 5 on this.
All right. So how do you want to burn this space bug? Describe how
So-
you destroy it.
So,
It's dead.
okay. Yeah, then what Laughs has done is he has slammed his plasma thrower right into the chest of this thing and just erupted a burst of plasma, obliterating it.
Fun times. Okay. So that happens. Next, we have one of the swarm bots, because there is a swarm. One of the swarm bots is going to come at Jude. What was your defense, Jude?
So
It's the same as what you rolled at the top of the round. You roll the first time you get attacked in a round.
right. Let me make sure that I'm reading my superior power correctly. Mhm.
I seem to recall you rolled a good number of successes. If it's more than 2, which I'm sure it is, it misses you.
4 total.
Yeah, you get missed. Okay. So now I have another PC turn. Who would like to take it?
I would like to go and take a sword swing at the dude who just hit me or tried to hit me.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Because yeah, that power does allow you to not only preempt someone, but you also still get your turn.
Three successes, one of the 10.
It's dead.
4 successes, yeah.
It is a mook. It dies.
Cool. Slash.
Mm-hmm. Now I have another PC turn.
Can I make sure that in my turn, can I arrest Eddie? Can I try and get Laughs kind of pointed back towards the battle so he's not just floating off into space?
I would say that he would have been able to orient himself themselves in an appropriate manner while tussling with the pill bug.
Okay.
So they're fine. So yeah, I have another PC turn. Who wants to take?
May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go right ahead.
All right. So thinking back on how I need to not telegraph my moves, I just sort of sense where the guy at the distance is going to be, and just gently as you can for a giant robot, just pull the trigger on the anti-material cannon and put a shell where he will be in about now.
And for the quality of that scene, I will give you 9 again on this roll.
Okay.
He's getting attacked, which means he does a thing.
Not that it really matters. It's the same as my dexterity, but I'm rolling resolve plus aim.
Okay. You can as you are focusing your sensors on and projecting an attack towards it, you see off in the distance, it splits itself along the spectrum of the rainbow. While your shot is coming towards it, it's going to spend a corruption activate mode analog blink.
Oh. I did not roll any 9s, so 2, and then 5 from the weapon. May I spend 2 momentum, please, everyone? going to take that as a yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
everyone. It has a durability scale of 2, by the way, 3, by the way.
Well, then this is going to hurt because this is going to now make it durability scale or power scale 4 as I activate the
Ooh.
bullseye skill trick
All right.
for a total of power 4 and 7 successes to hit.
7 successes to hit. Fantastic. It has a defense of 5.
I do have the destructive tag as well.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, you are definitely able to injure it once.
Oh, I'm sorry, just piercing.
Piercing. That's fine. Yeah. So you were able to damage it once. You had 7 successes, you said?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think you have the successes to damage it any further. So, but yeah, you as it like recollapses itself, like the last bit of the round like clips it on the way out of its collapsing body. Okay. Now I have some aberrant attacks. One of the swarmy dudes is going to come towards you, Woo. So we're gonna make that roll again. Give me 1 second. 2.
Defense 1 plus 3 complication.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. You said okay, so it does not have enough success to either hit you or buy off that complication. So it's going to swerve into one of its buddies, and destroy it. There's a weird quantum explosion that takes it out. One of the swarm, another one of the swarm is going to come for Raphael. So what was your defense again?
It was the 1, and then I believe I had gotten.
I want to say we were up to 4. You and I
Yeah.
had pretty
Yeah,
high
4,
defense
yeah.
rolls.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
4.
matter because it botches. And I'm going to say that the result of that botch is it also swarms into one of its buddies and
So
blows
whiff.
it up. So yeah, they're just going away. Okay, but now Whippy Dude has some things to say. Whippy Dude is, let's see, what do I have his abilities at? Yeah, Whippy Dude moves with frightening speed as it sort of propulses itself with some of its whippy limbs, and it is going to come at Logan with some terrible whippy attacks. What was your defense, Logan?
4 currently.
Okay. Okay. God, I am rolling for shit tonight. So 2 plus 2. And what is your soft armor?
Well, is it an energy or a heart attack?
It is a hold on, let me see what I got here.
Because I had
it is a kinetic attack. It is hitting it. It is like
okay.
reaching out one of its limbs and smacking you.
Okay, because I know I had already reflexively used the one for energy, so I just needed to know whether or not that would apply. So it'd only be 4 currently for soft.
Okay, and you're at equal scale, so 4 for soft. All right. Yeah, it is able to damage you once. So take that. And that's it to go. Now I have a couple more swarm attacks. Another swarmy dude's going to come at you, Logan. It botches.
They all want a piece of the giant praying mantis.
Yeah, it botches, and one of its compatriots is no more. It's just a bad day for swarmy dudes. And a bad day for my dice, it seems. And I have finally a PC turn before the top of the round.
I believe I'm the only one that needs to still go.
Yep.
What is the layout of the battlefield currently? What is where?
So there's kind of a knot of swarmy dudes zipping around. I think Laughs and Jude are off on sort of they're off in medium range from sort of the center of the knot. I don't think either. Yeah, Logan is still on the transport. I don't think any of them has made any significant movement away from the transport other than Laughs and Jude. So I think you're all kind of in this knot by the transport, and you got to do it way away from you.
Okay.
And this whippy dude is sort of in the mix with all of you.
I am going to make a very bad choice, so I apologize in advance for everybody.
It happens.
But I would like to spend a point of inspiration and to utilize my pretty damned fast gift.
Okay.
Which allows me to move up to 2 bands as a reflexive action in combat and ignoring up to my dexterity and complications that would hinder or stop my movement.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
I would like to move ideally within firing range of the big douchebag that has
I will say that you
been
are able to
fucking
get
up our day.
you are able to get within long range of him.
Okay.
So you go from where you are to you have moved towards long range. Range in this game is by no means absolute. It's very abstract. It's all range bands and approximations. So yeah, you can get within long range of your target with that
Okay.
gift.
Now, just because it's funnier if you can't, can you actually fly in space, Raphael?
Yes,
Oh, it'd be funny if you just jumped off something using the gift.
it really would have been just like, all right, bye. Woo.
Actually, what is your speed scale?
The one in parentheses,
Yeah.
brackets rather.
I believe.
Yeah, let me you should have a thrusters tag. Did you get that once or twice?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, so that should give you
Then that gives you space speed scale of 2.
okay. So I will say you
2.
could be either within long or medium, whichever is better for whatever weapon you want to try and use.
I'm going to be dumb and put myself within medium since I don't really have very many long range weapons.
All right, noted. So yeah, go ahead and make that attack.
Okay, so that is and once I have just managed to blip there, I am going to try to attack using my smart missile launcher. So let's see if this is
I want to know what this looks like because you're not teleporting, you're not moving, but you are getting there in a way that defies conventional logic. I want to know what that looks like.
Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of an idea from something that was mentioned. I'm going to begin my dart out there, and in some ways I'm going to utilize some of the corpses of some of these little swarmer buddies to essentially spring off of each time I appear to be slowing down. So impossibly, I'm gonna kind of Naruto and Naruto in space my way.
I love it.
Naruto in
Fantastic.
space in a mech.
In a mech, yes. We are
Naruto in space in a mech my way, just boop, 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 boop.
We are in fact anime AF.
I am in fact anime AF, and hopefully,
all right, so
in the back of my mind, I will hope that this distracts something long enough for one of the rest of you to get some hits on these things too.
Go ahead and make a aim or pilot roll to fire that missile launcher.
I'll absolutely do that right now. One second. Promise I'm faster than this normally, everybody.
Oh my.
1 second, because I got 2 10s.
Hell yeah.
So that is a total of 6 successes on that roll.
Okay. And how much enhancements does your weapon have?
I know that we went over this last time.
There should be a note that says
5.
5 enhancement. So you have a total of 11 successes. This does have a durability scale of 2, so that means it has an additional difficulty. So 6 of your successes go away to hit its defense. How much does that leave you with?
11 minus 6 is 5.
5. Okay. So you are able. Does your weapon have the brutal tag?
It does not, unfortunately. It has incendiary and massive explosive.
Okay.
Only massively explosive.
Only
know.
massively explosive. All right. I think brutal costs normally criticaling costs 4. Am I right?
Correct.
Correct. So it doesn't matter. You actually are able to hit it and crit it. So yeah, a blast of missiles hit it, and it once again it refracts out into the spectrum, but your missiles are just everywhere, so it can't. Even though it's pulling a D&D mirror image effect, you manage to pepper it with explosions.
Yeah, mirror images only work, and unless you're hitting every single image.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are going to be at the top of the round again. That
I
is
made poor
going.
choices.
Indeed, we do have choices. That is definitely going to be our big boy, who, seeing that it has an issue, is going to utilize its movement to get further away from you. So it is going to back into extreme range from you, and does not like what you did to it. And as you are the thing, is going to levy its blast at you.
Good feeling.
So now is a new round. Please roll your defense again.
Everyone, or
Just Raphael, because Raphael is the only one being attacked. You roll
Okay.
you roll your defense the first time in a round that you are attacked.
okay.
We'll miss you, Raphael.
You may not have to.
Oh boy.
He'll miss you, Raphael.
The dice love me right now,
Oh boy.
everybody, because that would be an actual 6 successes courtesy of 2 10 agains.
Nice. Okay.
And
Are you going to be spending inspiration for your chess master gift to up
yes,
that further? Okay, so that's going to be
and that gives that to everybody once again.
yeah. Excellent. So it has 5, because this does have a power scale on you. So it's got 5 plus 2, 7 plus its successes. So it's hitting you at 10 successes. What is your soft armor again?
4.
4. Okay. So miraculously, you are not taking any damage. However, it is going to be pinning you down with its remaining successes. So you have a 3-point complication on you. And
Okay.
basically what that means is the next time you make an attack roll, you have to spend successes to buy that complication off. Otherwise, you're just going to automatically take a damage. Okay. Now we have a PC turn.
Can I
Go ahead, Josh.
can I ask a question first?
Sure.
The psycholocation mode of clairsentience, the second dot allows me to know how to get to a place potentially, right? The one thing I'm trying to figure out is, can I activate that and then move in the same round, or is it use the psi power as an ordinary action and then move next turn?
I think movement is a part of your round. I mean, everyone gets to act and move. So you can use that as your action and also get some movement. How you are going to be moving, given the capabilities of your VARG, we'll deal with that. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Okay. If it's okay, I would like to use psychocognition, least resistance, for laughs to figure out how do I get to the thing that is now extreme scale 2 times out from me.
It did
What is
not
the-
move. It did not move 2 times out. It moved. It vectored.
Okay.
So it's still at extreme range from everyone. But it still wanted to. It did not want to move out of its own range to
Fair.
to kill you. Yeah, go ahead and roll your clairsentience there.
Guys, they realize space is 3-dimensional.
Well, that's 1 success.
Okay. Let's see here how to do that. So you don't have much locomotion. How to get there? You think that you sort of like your senses go out. You gather the battlefield in your mind. And you think that if you fire your weapon at that particular bit of space debris, while doing sort of a spinny twisty maneuver with your VARG, that will propel you in a, once again, uncontrolled, mostly blast, but it will move you in the right direction to get where you need to go.
Okay. Laughs is going to do that. And while they are doing it, they're going to scream, sing the dreidel song as they are spinning through space.
Nice. Love it. So yeah, just a 1 in a million shot happens that just propels you towards your target. And if things don't change, then you will be able to attack it next round. Okay, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, that aberrant died, so I should take them off the initiative roster.
Monch is dead.
Monch is dead. You still have Crunch to deal with.
Is that what you really named him?
Yeah, they're Monch and Crunch. I have fun naming things.
They fight crime.
They fight crime. Okay, I have another PC turn.
Now may I teleport?
Absolutely, you may.
Gonna radio over to Laughs that the fastest path is actually to avoid the intervening space, as I am going to jump to the thing. You said it's extreme range, right?
Yes,
so that's
it's
just a
extreme.
jump, not a long jump.
Yeah. Make your
So
side roll.
yeah, I will.
And y'all have proceeded to leave Logan alone with no melee weapons to fight a melee fighter.
It's true.
I'll be back. Can Vargs make an unarmed attack without a melee weapon?
Yeah, why not?
Like technically, I don't think they can, but I don't think why.
I can bonk it on the head with
Relatively,
a
it makes
weapon.
sense.
Yeah, you can do a close combat or pilot roll to do a
Okay, 7 successes.
7 successes. You absolutely are able to teleport where you need to go. So where are you teleporting in relation to your opponent?
Pretty much as maybe within a foot.
Okay, so you are getting in close range to it.
Yes. Can I self-enhance with any of that? No, that I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know how that would play out. I mean,
no, I'm going to pile bunk him.
Okay, noted. I think that was your action though to teleport. Unless I am mistaking the teleportation rules.
Can I then split my pool?
Yeah, sure, you can split your
to do the
pool.
close combat, and
Yeah, you can do that. So yeah,
how many
well,
successes do I need to put to teleport?
to teleport, I think. Hold on. What's your attunement range?
Good question. This power lets me jump out to extreme without.
Okay, then it just needs one success to do so. So you only need to spend one success, and I'm assuming your psi roll is the lower of your close combat plus attribute.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there no there's no longer any difficulty increase for the teleportation? The last time I tried to do it, there was a difficulty bump from corruption. I didn't know if that was
that was the first aberrant you fought. This one, none of them have spatial integrity.
okay, good.
So yeah, you have 6 successes to play with. It's a new round, so I'm going to roll its blink.
I'm gonna 2 and so I can't use 4 of that enhancement, but I do have enhancement on the weapon, which is 4. So I have a total of 6.
You have a total of 6 successes. Unfortunately, it prisms out, and you whiff through the intervening space, and there is a terrible crackling, like impinging upon your own radio signals, going, "Yeah, that intervening space is a bitch, ain't it?" And it avoids your attack.
How rude.
Indeed. I have another PC turn.
Who said they were alone?
I am still back with the transport.
I was on the bench.
Are you actively in danger?
Yeah, I have the whippy dude attacking me.
Oh, right. Yeah, whippy dude.
I can take care of him. I was just like, I was expecting the people with melee weapons to try and take care of him, while the people who have all the range shit try and take care of the range guy, and not the dude with the sword to zip off at light speed.
Well, I was already on the way, but I will reverse course and head back towards the shuttle with space speed 2 to try and land a melee strike against Whippy Dude.
Okay, you can make a strike at Crunch.
Okay.
Munch and Crunch. I can't wait to find out what Pink Floyd is named.
Chroma.
Oh.
Yeah, that's boring. It's not as fun as Munch and Crunch.
3 successes, 2 of which are 10s.
Keep going. It is a durability scale 1, so you probably have at least 1 scale on it, unless you have yeah.
I have at least 1 scale on it.
Yeah.
So I have 8 successes from what I roll plus my sword. What does scale give me? 2?
2. Yeah, you're at 1 scale above it, and does your sword have the heavy tag on it?
It does not. It has brutal, deadly, destructive 2.
Okay, noted. That'll come in handy in a bit. So yeah, no, it only has 1 scale on it, so you get 2 additional enhancement. And yeah, so how many total successes are we dealing with here?
Total is 10.
Total is 10. Okay, -4 for its defense.
6.
So 6 successes. It has a soft armor of 3. So you can definitely hurt it once. You got 6 successes, right?
Yes.
So you can hurt it 2 times.
I do so.
Yeah, it is looking real nasty. Like it don't like it's whipping, but it's like kind of twitching in terms of its whippy capacity. But it is still up. I have another PC turn.
If no one else will take it, I'll go ahead and go.
Do it.
Right ahead.
As the majority of the fighting force is dealing with the prismatic bastard, I am going to go ahead. I can utilize. So I was going to try and do flash. It says it is a close ranged ability. Which I mistakenly thought meant melee, and I was like, do I have to touch them or can my VARG? But it does say close. Plus I have in hand.
Close is melee range.
Yeah.
It goes close, short, medium, long, extreme.
Yeah, my brain just thought melee range would mean I would have to physically touch.
No, you're in range of it.
Plus, I have enhanced attunement, so I should be able to push that a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So I need to make a psi roll.
Yeah, a psi plus your thermokinesis.
Because otherwise I would have to move further away. That is for thermokinesis, that is 8. Four successes plus a 2 is 6.
Okay, you got 6 successes. It has a defense of 4.
Now I was trying to do the flash fire, so it has incendiary, like the only things it has by it's incendiary damage. I'm lighting it on fire.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're at equal scale to this. It doesn't have any. It only has durability scale 1, and you're using psi power, which has power scale 1. Okay, so you have 6 successes, plus any enhancement from the what is your thermokinesis level, and what level of power is this?
It is a level 2 power. My thermokinesis is 4. I already had a 2 enhancement from favored mode.
Okay, so you get 2 additional enhancement for using something below your potential.
Okay, so that would make it 8 total.
8 total. That is good because that will get past its soft armor, and you boil it from the inside, and it the homeostatic pressure that was maintaining its form just explodes in a terrible space boiling.
Oh, is it dead?
Yeah, it's done. You got it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm imagining it just like it goes to attack it. Logan's mech head is not really watching it as it goes to attack, and then slowly you watch as the Varg head turns, and you just see the flash of the eyes, and then it just kind of explodes into space.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay. Then there is. Hold on.
I wasn't joking when I said
Yeah.
I am the weapon.
So okay. So it was the
But you
aberrant.
violated the law of cool guys don't look at explosions.
Indeed, you did. So I believe 3 of you have gone at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have another PC turn.
4 of us have gone.
4 of you have gone. Okay.
Everyone but Raphael.
Okay. Well, then
What
I
is
have
everybody but me again?
I have some swarms to attack you with then.
Okay.
I will attack Logan with a swarm because he right there. Come on now.
May the power of my kitty protect me.
So this is your first time being attacked.
So I need to roll a
yeah,
defense.
please roll your defense.
That is 2 successes.
Okay. It misses you. They're not that. These things aren't that great. They're more of a distraction than anything else. And then one is going to attack Jude. So please roll your defense, Jude.
Yep. That's 2 plus my 2 is 4 total.
It misses you.
Okay.
And then let's see, another swarmy dude is going to go for these things move pretty fast, but they're not very effective. I will say one is going to come after I'll say Jude again. Nope. Basically, I have to get a really good roll for these things to be effective. But yeah, they zip around Logan and Jude ineffectually. And then I have a final PC turn.
Which would be me.
Indeed.
I'm just going to be burning through inspiration like candy today, apparently. lather, rinse, repeat. I'd like to.
So I think with your speed scale, you could get if you'd like to make a if you want to spend your inspiration, you can absolutely get within range of this thing, or you could do a mixed pilot roll to maneuver up to it. So yeah, are you just going to spend for your gift then?
I think that might be ideal at this
Yeah.
point.
Go ahead
Still,
and spend for
I
your
will
gift.
spend for my gift and move those 2 bands, or however many it is that I need to get right up there with it,
Do it.
or not right up there with, you know what I mean?
Within range. Yeah.
Yes,
So yeah,
within
go
range.
ahead and make your attack then.
All right, so here we go with this once again, since it worked so well the first time. All right, here we go. You know, it's funny, the dice hate me in every other stream I'm in.
Ah.
It'd be 9 successes on the dice, courtesy of many 10s.
9 successes. That's fantastic.
And then
How much enhancement?
yeah. What was that?
Enhancement on that.
The enhancement on that one we said was 5.
Okay. So you've got 14
3-point
successes to deal with.
complication.
Its defense is 7. So that's 7 successes there.
And yes, you have to buy off your 3-point complication.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's right. You do have to buy off your 3-point complication.
Yep.
So that leaves you with 4.
You said its defense is 7?
Yes, defense is 7. That's
Okay, so
that's including its durability scale.
Okay, yeah.
Bonus. So that means you have 4 successes left if you
Yes.
want to buy off that complication.
Yes.
Which gives you, and does that have the brutal tag?
No.
No? Okay, then you are able to damage it once.
Actually, what happens if I don't buy off the complication?
You take a damage.
It's got you pinned down. So the idea is
Mhm.
that if you don't like juke out of the way, it's going to hit you with a counter.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Yeah, I'll buy him off.
Okay, you'll buy off the
Yeah.
complication. Cool. All right. So yeah, you've done 1 more damage to it. All right, and then we are at the top of the round.
Just gonna keep pissing this thing off, apparently.
Yeah, indeed. So I think I've got 3 people close to it right now. So it is going to there's a shift in its chromatic pattern, and it sends out a smaller, more contained wave at the 3 people. So Raphael, Wu, and Laughs. The 3 of you are getting a chromatic attack. So please roll your defenses.
Thought we were fighting aberrants.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Lowercase c.
Lowercase c. Like the dragon.
Oh. Okay, so I am going to try again to use blink.
Okay.
Much better. 10, 10, 9.
Five.
5. Okay.
Yeah, I have 3 this time.
Okay. So is that total defense or is it yeah.
Total
You give-
defense, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, then 6 if it's total.
Okay.
Because
And
I
what
think we've got the 1 base and then
Mhm.
is
Yeah, my defense is 9.
9. Okay, fantastic. So it is definitely going at power scale 1 from all of you. So it has 5 plus 7 plus its successes was. So it is hitting you at 10 successes. Last, what is your soft armor?
It is 4.
Okay. So it is going to be able to damage you. Yeah, it's going to be able to damage you once. What's your soft armor, Raphael?
4.
4. It's going to be able to damage you. And I don't think it matters. If you have any soft armor at all, it's not going to be able to damage you, Woo.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a.
And technically, I also have the 3 complication effect still.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
Although you might rule that doesn't work on an area attack.
Yeah, it's not going to work on an area attack. Plus, there's no enemies in
Other
range
targets. Yeah.
for it. So yeah. So
Well,
there's
there
this-
are. They're just allies.
Yeah. So there's this blast of prismatic energy that comes out from it, washing over all of you. All right, and now I have a PC attack.
All right. I would like to take it.
Okay.
I may not be able to do what I want to do, but I'm gonna try. Laughs is going to aim their coil gun and attempt a very focused shot on what would be their head. I'm not calling a shot until after I roll, and maybe a thing can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Complications.
You have clairsentient rerolls, Josh?
I do not. That would be nice though. Okay, I got 4 successes to hit him.
What type of weapon are you attacking him with?
So the coil gun is a ballistic weapon. It has destructive. It is ranged, short range.
Okay.
So
All right, cool. I just have okay. How many successes did you roll? Plus
4,
enhancement.
6, 5 for that. Sorry.
5 total successes. It
Yep.
all
9 total.
9 total. Okay,
9 total.
that's important.
Yep.
Because it has a 7 defense at the moment. That is going to be enough to do a damage to it.
Okay. Then I would like to spend a momentum and use my skill trick, shoot to injure, which will take them out.
I am going to spend as an ad hoc effect the last 2 remaining corruption and
Explode.
avoid that attack. Avoid that being taken out. It
Okay.
has no corruption left, so yeah. That is a very useful skill trick. I tend to not let it be effective on main bosses.
That's fair, but I had to try it at least.
Yeah, you burn through its resource, so you gotta win.
Sure.
Okay, so there's gonna be another PC attack.
How far away from the 2 of us that are at the transport is this thing?
This is still an extreme range from the transport.
Okay.
But you have you did take that action to reconfigure your weapon, so that means you can
Yes.
target it from here.
But I also
Yeah.
saw it dodge an attack earlier.
Yeah,
I saw
it's not so much dodging as it is splitting itself amongst the along the prismatic spectrum, and being in multiple places at once.
Yeah.
It's also got
Um,
all of us right up in its face right now.
That's true.
Yeah, it's
would
absolutely
you
worth it
say
for you to
it's
try and
within 100
Yeah.
kilometers of me?
Yes, I will say that.
Because I know space distance gets astronomically bigger.
Yeah, we're still dealing. Yeah, we're not in like a dogfight where space
Yeah.
speeds really come into effect. You're still, even though space is very big, you're still in a battlefield where normal ranges apply.
So my mentality or Logan's mentality is I saw it dodge a singular bullet. I'm probably only going to get one real shot at this. So why use something that relies on half to hitting it, and why not make the damage come from itself? And he's going to attempt to use temperature extremes to basically, in this case, he will be trying to freeze it solid.
Okay. Let me double check on that. I believe it gets a roll against that.
It is psi plus stamina.
Excellent.
It's
Okay,
amazing.
I know what the equivalence of that is. So it is a roll off between us. So yeah, go ahead and make that roll for me, please.
That is 4 successes after favored mode.
Okay, so with all your enhancements, it's 4 successes.
Yes,
Noted.
because that is
okay.
at my level. I don't get any other enhancements other than favored mode.
Okay, and that just does basically direct damage to it, right?
It does indirect environmental damage that only affects the target, and has a damage rating equal to the number of successes rolled. So
Okay.
it would be damage 4.
Okay, but that is counteracted by its resistance roll, which I rolled 12 dice at target number 7 and got 3 successes. So you burn it from the inside for 1.
So it's I'm trying to like freeze it solid a little bit so they'll have an easier time hitting it.
Yeah, this like ice starts to form from the inside of it as it starts to get like brittle and terrible, as like the because I think I would describe this before. This is like a glass being that has like prismatic energy inside of it. So like that energy, like the inside of the glass is getting
Can I
frosty.
spend an additional psi on that? I just read something down at the bottom here that should have been way up at the top. To increase, well, let's increase the size of the target. My bad. I thought it was increasing the scale.
No. Yeah, so it is looking like it is starting to get incredibly disruptive and desperate. And I believe I have another PC turn and no corruption with which to get an action interrupt. So who wants to who wants to take this one?
I will.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't actually know that it can't teleport again, but at least it was using corruption for that, right?
Yeah, it used corruption to use mode analog blink. So it still has access to that stunt.
Well, I am going to just go full out, coil gun, full auto. The pile bunker needs to reload or retract. The cannon is recoiling, and just the shoulder mounted guns are going to blaze, shells flying off into space, creating an actually really bad hazard for something. I am using the automatic tag
Okay.
for the extra enhancement.
All right, make that roll.
We're really bearing down with the guns and staying tight on it. Can I use stamina?
Sure.
Uh, 12 successes, and this does ignore 2 points of hard armor.
Hard armor or soft armor?
Soft armor, sorry.
Okay.
It's destructive.
Okay, awesome. Okay, 12 successes. It has a defense of 7. And yeah, how does this look?
Just electromagnetically propelled shells moving 3,000 rounds, 3,000 rounds in a minute, just tearing through it, and not obviously all 3,000, just blowing holes through the glass. Most of them going through it before it can even crack. And then the cannons spin to a stop for a moment, needing a reload.
And the glass shell cracks and the energy spills out and dissipates out into the void. The swarms the swarm things that it had disgorged from itself just sort of blink and fade out of existence. And you have a debris-strewn battlefield of empty space. And we are going to take a break. We come back to a battlefield of space filled with debris and corpses, where our heroes are victorious in their fight against the aberrants that got the drop on them. To remind everyone, before this happened, you guys were investigating at afar the Daedalus Creche, or whatever numerical designation it has now, which is this comm station derelict space dock or space yard facility. But you guys are still very far away from that right now. You had been getting closer to it via teleportational window, but then you got attacked. So now what are you guys doing? The transport comes around and starts picking up people who cannot locomote on their own, and kind of brings you guys back to a central location near the shimmery portal that leads back to you guys' base area.
Raphael, I don't know if
Yeah.
did you guys catch that interference, or was it just on my end?
Interference.
He broke into our comms.
Yeah, I caught it.
So
I was going to mention that. That's unsettling. Either they have some equivalent to being equipped with an electronics warfare suite, or we have a real big fucking problem.
I mean, considering that, we were attacked by aberrants on the space station, the secret space station thing that was delivering us here, it wouldn't surprise me if our comms were. Yeah.
there's
not
something we
screwed.
can do, maybe like a switch to a laser tight beam, or
Either I can see what I can do to work on more customized encryption, but that would be the only thing. That'll take time,
So-
though.
Sit rep vis-a-vis our VARG fighting capability. I've taken some rather significant damage.
We've all taken some, I think.
Yeah,
I
me
took the
too.
hard armor. Who is hurt physically?
I'm still fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one got damaged enough that it got through to their actual physical
Mhm.
bodies.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I took one
Good.
hard armor and expended a lot of ammunition.
So, what is our game plan? Do we retreat? I feel like this particular wing of the op has been fucked.
Yeah,
we need
it has.
At the very least, they will know that there is something in the vicinity of this station, and if they had a lick of tactical sense, they would immediately be burning towards this location.
A tactical
We
retreat
might
at this-
actually be able to use that to our advantage, though, if they're all coming here and we go there.
We will not survive another encounter like that.
No, that is the
And
concern.
I'm talking more in a reconnaissance. We're not going in right now. But if they're moving their forces towards the station, at least most of their forces, it would be a decent opportunity to move us elsewhere to
But
possibly.
We have no idea the size of their forces or what they are committing. I just know that there are probably reinforcements on the way. What the scale of that is going to be remains to be seen, but I don't want to be here to find out.
Well, we've got two advantages there. One, it's hard to hide in space, sort of. And two, if they teleport in, I'll have at least 3 seconds of warning or so. And if they do, I can try to redirect them, but it's not gonna push them far.
Again, I have no interest in being here when they arrive. We need to retreat back to the planetoid ASAP.
Retreating at this point would be ideal, I think,
I
because
100%
they also
agree
don't
with
know
retreat.
what the fuck just happened. There's
Right.
not anything surviving to be able to tell.
I'm
But-
going to keep my abroscope focused in the direction of the
So
station until we turn.
Doesn't Logan have a point though that like we should move, like retreat, yes, and then
but we don't have to
No.
go all the way back to the rock. We can
Right.
maneuver around that.
I don't believe we actually got that far, did we?
Yeah, no, you are right next to the sort of the shimmering aperture that will take you
Oh.
back to your home base, and
Yeah.
that thing can move. It has its own propulsion systems that it can maneuver. It's pretty slow, but also your transport can also grab a hold of it and move itself, and the transport itself is pretty quick.
Isn't
but
the
that-
portal also able to be moved?
Yes. So
Yeah.
so there is a physical object, a very small biotech kind of device that is projecting the portal, the sort of the bilocality portal thing. So the thing itself can move, it can be moved, and it exists in the Vega system. And that is sort of the bridge point between your rogue planet base and Vega.
yeah, so Cesar, buddy, you should blinky blink and move the thing to 3.17864. That's statistically the least likely place for them to see us based on refraction and stuff. I don't really actually know the math, but I just can see that that's probably the most safe place.
I'm not moving a planet.
You do not have to move the planet. You have to move the device.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Also, just as a utility / flavor note, Logan would have collected the corpses of the aberrant, and you guys would see them slowly being absorbed into his VARG to have biomaterials to be able to make weapons out
No,
of.
buddy, don't do that.
No, that's a bit.
And
Yeah, you
Gonna
start
give
to
it
you start to do that,
indigestion.
and your like biohazard alarms start to go out, and like rejection cycle initiated, and the Varg literally vomit.
There it is.
It
That
goes
is-
SD, and there's just like a stream of vomit coming out of it as the nuetic biotech is incompatible with the corrupted flesh.
It does it
That poor Varg.
automatically.
Yeah, it does it automatically. Yeah.
okay, so we need to rearm, resupply, and
Yes.
find out
and
where
repair.
we're going.
I also think I have some data still possibly to parse through from what I was doing. So
Okay.
Did you
Shall
by
I-
any chance leave a backdoor into their network?
Yeah, I'll say that
Yes.
you can get connected backed up to it, but you have to be in range to it. You have a very, very
Yeah.
like basic ping level connection to it
Mhm.
from where you are right now, but you would need to get closer to it to initiate that backdoor. And you do have a decent amount of logs to pour through.
Lieutenant.
Yes.
How many nukes did we think to bring?
How
Don't
many
ask me
nukes
that
did we think to
question.
bring?
Did anyone have fusion warheads on their weapons loadout?
No.
I don't, but I'm also an
Wait,
expert
can't you
in
make one?
improvised
No,
explosions.
it says he can't.
I
It specifically
I
says he
am
can't make
Oh,
fusion.
that's right. Yeah.
well.
Well,
Just because
okay.
it's not a nuke doesn't mean it's not damn powerful.
Well, so here's the thing. Wu Cesar, are you thinking what I'm thinking in that we deny our opponents this asset?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. What can you rig up in terms of remote explosives, Logan?
Oh, depends on what we have. I mean, we have access to all of the basic materials on the planetoid. It would not be too terribly difficult to make a few.
Can you or your VARG rapidly facilitate some charges that we can use to at least compromise the structural integrity of this station?
I might be able to produce a scuttling charge.
Storyteller.
Mhm.
I would like to do some dramatic editing.
Oh shit. What would you like to do?
I would like to we'll say go through and think back on a few things really, really hard, and realize that since we're all sort of coming from different places, different fields here, we may not all be operating under the same intelligence. So I will say that Raphael happens to know that we were in fact provided with a small number of nuclear warheads via the Aeon Trinity.
Yeah.
And since he's a Delta operative for them, he is aware of it.
Yeah, you are aware that the definitely back at base there are several blow big things up scale nukes. Like you have thermonuclear warheads at your disposal. You have how many inspiration do you want to spend on that?
Well,
May I make a suggestion?
yes.
Can these come with a launch system that allows the planetoid to launch them through the portal such that one of our VARGs can catch it and wield it as a weapon?
I mean, yes, but I mean, it isn't new.
Oh, sure. No, you don't understand. I'm going to Lance of Longinus this thing.
Yeah, you guys, it has a basic, future ICBM launch capacity, so it's much smaller. But yeah, so like I said, how many
We're not
inspiration
going
would
to
you like to
fat man
spend?
it.
I mean, if we're planning on going back to doing repairs, I'm willing to spend the rest of my remaining inspiration on this.
Which is how much?
Which would be, I have remaining 2 inspiration.
2 inspiration. Okay. I will say then that you have 1 nuke at your capacity, but it is a big one. It is not like a weapon scale. Like it is a thing that you would throw at a city.
Wait, no, I lied. I have 3 because I regained 1 at the end of the scene. Sorry.
Okay. I'll still
So
say you
3.
you have 1
Okay.
city buster scale nuke.
Okay.
What size scale is that?
Let me look and
Not the
see.
destruction capability, just the physical bomb.
Oh, the physical bomb. I will say
It's
that
probably scale 1 or 2 at most.
yeah, it's a scale with the launch system. It's a scale 2. The warhead itself is a scale 1.
Okay, I can easily just sort of yeet the warhead next to the station.
Let me.
So
If we only have 1, I don't know if we want to necessarily use that on this.
I
Raphael
can.
will chime in, since everybody else was not knowing that we have these yet. Will
Right.
chime in with the remark that I may as well put this out there. We do have 1 warhead plus launcher that by the time we get back to the planetoid should be set up and deployable.
All right, well, let's continue this conversation there because we have
We have repairs that need to be made, people that need
Yeah,
to be taken care
that's-
of, and I need a fucking cup of coffee.
I'm gonna give
I
you
need
a cup of
nap.
tea.
Over
Alright.
my dead body.
I'll form up information with the shuttle. I'm assuming that Indigo has picked up the rest of our
Yeah,
of
yeah,
our
you're
crew.
all picked up. You're all gathered up. Those of you who wish to be scooped up, and Indigo
Since Logan's VARG cannot absorb the parts, they are just shoving them out into space.
Okay, yeah, you can
towards
soccer
towards a sun or something, preferably, so they will just burn up.
Yeah, Vega is very visible, and space is big. So yeah, you guys can all suit up, gather up, and be taken back through the shimmering aperture, and yeah, you come across the barrier between spaces, and it is late afternoon in terms of how this thing reckons time. It's got a big photokinetic sun that moves around, once every 24 hours. And yeah, so the transport comes down to the landing pad. The telekinetic arms start placing Vargs into their caddies. And yeah, they start to
Into the soup.
And you guys are able to disgorge from your Vargs, and convene at sort of the central campfire.
All right. We had two other locations that were promising from our initial recon. We had the potentially friendly Psi-esque ping that we detected. And then I believe we had a much larger ping that was more aberrant-y in flavor, if I recall correctly.
Definitely not friendly.
And to be fair, just because something's psi does not mean it's friendly.
No.
So let me tell you a story, friends.
Go for it.
Back in the
Right.
day, the listeners looked up into the skies and we said, holy crap, something keeps killing things out there. And we said, let's just stay right where we're at and not go out into the worlds because it's scary out there. And yes, we are big and scary, but there's other scary shit. So the point of the story, which I have so well told, is, what was I saying? Oh, it was, just because it's psi doesn't mean it's safe.
Sure. It still merits investigation.
Sure. Why don't we do that from a distance?
I still also think that should not be our priority. We know that the colony is an aberrant. That's the target. So,
And we're here just as recon / setting up a larger thing. So we're we need to realize, folks, we are not here to be the big bad Marines, because I am big and bad. I am not a Marine.
can you breathe underwater?
Sure, but that's a whole different. Fine.
Can you weave baskets underwater?
For fuck's sake.
Yes. Who can't? Would you like to be taught? I could teach you, but I'd
Oh
have to
no,
charge.
it is a common thing that we have to learn.
What? Earth is really weird.
You'd like it.
What kind of materials did we have access to on the planetoid, by the way, as far as shit I could use to make a bomb?
Grass.
Yeah, there's biomatter.
It's all biomatter. There's no.
No, you explicitly said we have a fabricator.
Yeah, you do have a fabricator. You do have a store of metals and other components.
We definitely made 3D printer gray chili dogs.
That's sure you did.
Oh God, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I'm apparently building explosives again.
While he does that, Wu
Yes,
is
again.
Wait, when's the last time? Did I miss something?
Oh no, it's just
Apparently
the
you haven't
usage of
read
the
my
word again.
dossier.
Wu is going to do his best to make some good tea and offer some to his teammates.
I'll definitely take some.
And I'm willing to make a roll that I have no dice in for this,
Oh my.
if it's culture.
To make nice tea or to try and get Logan to drink the nice tea?
Oh no, that would be command or close combat.
I mean, if it's being made, I'm not going to be the dick that refuses somebody doing a nice gesture for me.
I'll take it, and then I will head off to my my own quarters to file an after action report.
Laughs is going
All
to
military.
Laughs is going to look over Cesar's shoulder and go, I think you're supposed to steep the leaves for. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Laughs, I think that he is going to punch you if you try to tell him how to make tea.
Okay, nice.
Would
No,
you
I
like a
will-
hug?
Myself or Raphael?
Sure.
Yes.
And Laughs gives you a very big hug, wrapping their arms around you.
What texture does listener skin have?
Yeah, it's a mix between like reptile and salamander, where it's just slightly slickish, but it's scaly also, so it's definitely feels a little like not quite rough, but a little scrapey.
Okay. I pat his something.
Oh, ooh, a little close.
To what?
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
All right, yeah. Your VARGs start like there's a pulse of psionic energy that thrums from the pools as healing energy rushes into your VARGs, repairing them of damage. Luckily, they're all BioVARG, so it's real easy to repair them. Yeah, the hard armor doesn't take much to be refreshed, just some TLC. But yeah, the actual wounds do start to absorb up some of that psi energy in the pool. Indigo tends to his ship and his BioWare and starts saying like, well, if we're gonna be taking some rest and reconnaissance, I'm gonna start working on that psi converter for the lake. And yeah, just let me know when you guys want to head back out again.
Raphael, you said we have a nuclear warhead here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
we do.
Yeah, you basically you can identify the weapons locker that has it, and you like pull out a little access chit, and it opens up, and there is a.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're not
I'm
gonna
not gonna open it up for him.
shut
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm
enough.
smarter than
But
that
you know
right
what
now.
it is. You know what
Yes.
it is.
He is the access chit.
You're not going to allow the explosives expert.
I would like to know what you want to
ins-
do with it first.
I want to make sure that it's not leaking radiation or anything. First of all, that would be not fun. But I would like to enhance it a little bit. There are a few tricks I have learned with. Basically, I want to use the 2-dot edge for maximized detonation, and I can enhance the nuclear bomb to make it better.
Totally, this is me just forcing the role play for it.
Yeah, no.
I
I was
mean,
trying
yeah.
to think of a good way to word it, but my brain is not working this evening.
Logan actually has a point. I think if you wrap dense enough materials around the core, you can can't you get a focused sort of neutrino effect?
There's actually several things you can do.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
I've
yes, absolutely.
deployed.
I will give you access to it. I have not deployed one before.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I have deployed tactical nuclear weaponry.
I can confirm that I haven't, but I have called in and worked on several very, very large ICBMs, and the
Sure.
FSA is not as friendly as you'd think it is.
I don't think it's friendly at all.
Most people do.
Raphael, do you want some help with the comms?
Absolutely.
I can give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to roll a technology roll to examine the integrity of your comms, you can do that.
Yep. And Logan is going to get given access for.
Is there a role associated with the enhanced bomb?
It does not say for maximized detonation. It just says I can enhance it one of 3 ways.
Oh, then you just do it then.
So I would like to use option number 3 for decrease the armor rating of any stationary object the bomb is designed to destroy or blow a hole in by 2.
Okay, noted.
So if we're going to use it on the station or the planet,
I don't think it'll work on the planet.
You never know.
I mean, it might work on a small state, but
I mean, I could do that too. I could technically have gone with increase the radius by 1 range band.
City buster to county buster, I guess.
Still don't think it's just got the oomph. But what do I know?
It all depends on where you place it.
What if I place it at the core?
Oh, it'll take out. If you destroy the core of a planet, it doesn't matter. The planet's fucked.
I mean, a single nuke will do something, but I don't think it will destroy a planet. Okay, so you got 5 successes on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
you
the
want-
good roll.
yeah,
Sorry.
We're just being chitty chatty.
Yeah, that's fair.
When Cesar comes around with the tea and tries to give some to Logan, Logan is not paying attention. He is being a total greasehead. And he thinks you've brought him a cup of coffee and drinks it and goes, "It's not coffee, but it's not half bad."
Logan unclenches his fist because he thought he was going to have to hurt the American.
Hey man, I'm just happy to not be in prison anymore.
If Raphael is brought tea, during this whole goob session, he's not going to refuse it at all.
Oh, hey, I got a success on the tech roll.
Okay.
Yay.
So you are able to dig into your comms records and isolate out the what happened when your comms got intruded into. And as best as you can tell, there was some sort of directed interference that got into your comms. So you don't see signs of your comms being compromised on a foundational level. A power was used to get into your comms.
Mhm.
But they had to have heard as well.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying to
yeah.
Raphael.
A power was used to listen in and insert itself into your comms.
So you can see here where it begins, where this interference starts to get noted in the logs, and then 17 seconds later, after we've finished our back and forth is when it speaks. So it heard us during that time.
I am not a software guy, but if there's something we can do to beef it up on the mechanical end, I can give it a shot.
It's possible. I'm not necessarily certain about your skill set there, but I am more software than anything else, and I'm far better at breaking into systems than I am securing them.
My skill set is growing up on a extrasolar colony and then fighting a guerrilla war on said colony. So it's not formal electronics training, but
I mean, I
know
didn't exactly go to university for computers. I just happened to be really good at them, and I've read a lot, we'll say.
yeah, I can, keep things from exploding for a while or make them explode. Not as good as McCall probably, but
I mean, I'm more than happy for you to have a go at it. I don't think you'll damage anything. I'm also not in charge though, so I don't know if Jude is going to have any objections to it.
but I'm
I
deferring
don't.
to you as the resident genius.
I have no problems with you having a go at it. Do it.
All right.
Also, thank you for the tea. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's field tea, but it's tea nonetheless.
Well, I appreciate it, and it means that I will actually be able to sleep eventually instead of being up all night drinking coffee.
Oh no, that is very, very caffeinated.
Well, fuck.
I
It's
mean,
field tea.
Oh, that makes it better. You hear from underneath the missile as Logan is tinkering away.
Oh,
Designed to keep you sharp when on the battlefield.
yeah.
Great.
And Indigo speaks up and then says, "If that's an issue, we do have counteracting sedatives to keep you at field rest."
no, I'll be fine. I'll deal. Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Yeah, and I will say that you guys had a pretty big enough roll. I'll let those successes ride, and you were able to boost up the defenses on your comm system. You think probably the best way to guard against this sort of thing is if there was some sort of biotech comm system developed. But as it stands, that's like you would have to be telepathy based, and that tech isn't that sort of tech isn't.
So not only biotech in the fact that it's like a biotech computer, but biotech using psi to communicate.
Yeah, like that would be a excellent defense against aberrant intrusion into it. But you can do what you can to bolster the hard tech that you have right now.
Okay, I just running this by you,
Sure,
Raphael. Yeah. What if we reinforce it with meat?
I need you to elaborate on that. Like,
so
I'm liking you more by the sentence.
Thank you. That sounds strange, but to block out reinforcement from the EM spectrum, we would use a material that blocks EM radiation, lead, something like that. What blocks quantum energies?
Sorry, I'm just mildly horrified right now.
It doesn't literally have to be meat.
I know. No,
we could just literally wrap some less relevant noetic gear.
Yeah. No, it makes
around
sense.
The comms.
It could be done. It could be done.
Think of it as just like sticky, wet duct tape.
That's not making this any better. That is, in fact, actively making it worse.
You guys can this conversation continues on. You actually are able to like jury rig. You take some like plant material because you realize, oh, all of this is incredibly psi-active biomass, and like you gather up some plant material and like reinforce the hard points on the comm systems around with it. Yeah. So Jude, you are drinking alone, I believe, was the plan for the night.
Yes. In his personal effects are several bottles hidden and secreted away, and he tears into one with the shaking hands of a man in desperate need of his medicine. Yeah, he just kind of sinks down into a corner of however small of a room that he has, locks the door, and just quietly demolishes a small bottle of Tullamore-Dew.
Jesus.
Hard to get now these days, but yeah, it's the sauce. Yeah, that is a moment of quiet, alone desperation. Lass, what are you getting up to?
So Laughs was standing behind Logan while he's working, looking into the future constantly, making sure we're not going to blow up.
Okay, yeah, that's a
At some point, Laughs, all that you were going to get from Raphael, since Logan is busy, is
And I'm just imagining the whole time you're looking into the future, but nothing goes wrong.
that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
Big
Well,
sighs every
no,
time.
not even like you have to make some correction. Like he is a trained professional. This is what he does.
Again, that's what we want to see.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Laughs is just
But
uncomfortable around nuclear weapons.
it's a new.
Eventually, Logan would look over his shoulder and be like, "This isn't the one you want to be worried about. It's what I have to jerry rig that you're going to want to be worried about."
Where you work, you're not working on that now. We're probably going to be working on that in 78 minutes. So, and then I'll be there. Right now, I'm here just in case.
I gotta go find the LT and talk about this bomb plan.
I'm going to start going through the logs now that we're done.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna rap upon his chamber door.
How does Jude respond to that?
He will quietly swear to himself, lid and stow the bottle, and stand up only somewhat shakily, and will answer the door.
Jude, should I be calling you Lieutenant? I apologize. Flight Lieutenant.
You weren't in the Legion.
No,
Jude is fine.
So I'm assuming that Logan has made some improvements to the warhead. I don't actually know what he's done. Raphael and I have hopefully solved some of our communications issues. Won't be able to find out until it does or does not happen again.
That's good.
If you want to know exactly how it happened, I recommend you ask him for a full report. He was very enthusiastic about the idea.
I'll be sure to do that.
Right. So about nuking the station. What are your thoughts?
Actually, I would like an integrity roll from Jude and an empathy roll from Cesar, just to get some dice on this interaction.
I do have empathy. Not a lot of it.
I don't have integrity, but I do have 3 dots of composure.
There you go.
For roleplay purposes and gameplay purposes, anyone mind if I spend some momentum?
Do it.
That'll put me up to
Uh.
5 dice. I spend 2.
Okay.
I
Make sure to
botch.
mark it off. Oh shit.
Oh,
Go ahead and don't worry about that momentum. Well, it,
1
As long
success.
as you don't botch, I think you'll notice.
yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
And you got
you
a
are able
success?
to pick up on the inebriated state of the flight lieutenant.
It's good to know. I'll be sure to ask Raphael when next I see him for a full report.
Okay, can I change my empathy roll to an idea on how best to approach this with him?
Sure.
It was 1 success.
Yeah. What would be a not disastrous way to approach the situation, Nigel?
To not confront him in the moment of his diseased state. So
He's not
right,
going to even mention it then.
right. Like, weirdly enough, talking about it in the middle of a fight might be the best way to approach him about it.
Note to self: attack Jude.
Yes,
attack Logan over Jude's alcoholism.
Listen, you guys were both in the legions. You should have watched out for him.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sure out of everyone, Logan already suspects Jude of drinking. He's a lieutenant.
Yeah, so thoughts on this plan? Like I said, asset denial. There's no reason we should let them keep that.
No, but it does tip our hand. They may already know that we're here. Excuse me. But that spins an asset that we have only one of, in a way that might be better facilitated with something lower key. I believe the staff sergeant can fabricate something smaller scale that would be able to blow up the station.
I understand.
I would want to see if he could do that.
Thank you. He's going to walk back to Logan. How long to prime the nuke to fire?
You want to shoot it now? Like maybe do
No, we're not shooting it now.
Oh, good. Not 17 seconds from now either.
I wasn't going to shoot it.
It's ready to go when we want to use it. However, if we're talking about dealing with the station, there are easier ways to deal with it.
Do you have something else that'll do it? If you have something else, okay.
I'm working on that. I'm working on a series of scuttling charges. A few shape charges to punch enough holes in the hull to just suck all of the remaining bits out into space.
Do we know if that will even have an effect on Nova technology?
It's a scuttling charge. It is designed to destroy something, make it so that the enemies can't get their hands on it. You know, they were originally used back in my day. They're used for asset protection primarily. You don't want your enemies getting a hold of something, so you make it unrecoverable. All we need to do is punch a few holes in the pressurized sections of this station, and everything that is not attached to the hole, and even a lot of shit that is attached to it, will get sucked out into space.
So I know that this is out of play, I know that Jude was the one who remembered the Daedalus project. Can that have? Is there any record in terms of like design spec or anything like that that might be accessible, like even with modifications a century on?
I'm gonna say no, because this is well past the branching point where such things would be available.
Right, there was
there's stuff going on in this system that was never Earth never had any idea about.
Yeah.
The only problem with these is I'm going to have to get close to lay them. I need to be able to examine the structural integrity.
See, that's why I thought the nuke would be a lot easier. I just
It
touch
would be easier, but it would also be an obvious attack. With a scuttling charge in the right position, you can make it look more as if it were an accidental depressurization.
What I'm asking then is, how do we know depressurization will have any effect on technology of their level? It may instantly heal.
Did you see the state of that thing? Or am I blind? The station was in bad shape, right? It was like half completed and kind of falling apart and shit. I don't think it's going to self-heal.
If anyone would like to make an Enigmas roll to kind of plan out how best to deal with this situation, given your resources.
I will do that. I will
Let the smart
absolutely
person
do
do
that.
the smart person things.
Six successes.
Okay.
I'm clearly built for some very specific things.
Oh yeah. You start hearing this conversation and you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about the nuke, you're thinking about what you saw and like the data that you got into it. You pretty much like this station, its functions are mostly automated.
Mhm.
So, and the people who are interacting with it, at least the ones that were coming to it all seem to be fine in space. So you doubt that anything important is pressurized there. So any plan based off of that. Cesar's point about it being Novatech, a pretty good point. Your best bet of affecting this thing is with the nuke. And like you would have to, like as Logan's saying, he would need to get on the station to know what could be done with more conventional explosives. And also, you don't need to blow it up now. You can blow it up after you've done other stuff in the system as a parting fuck you. If you don't want to tip your hand and you still want to blow it up.
So hear me out. Personnel wise on the station, the only ones that go to it proper are the same kind of things that we've fought. Sorry, you're talking like 10 feet away from me so I can hear everything. Short of a nuke, the only thing that will have any effect on this station is an actual EMP, which obviously that would be what the nuke is for. But blowing it now just is not probably going to be the best idea.
I mean, yeah.
We can do it before we leave for obvious reasons. I want to see the damn thing blow up as much as you do, Cesar. I really do.
You don't.
Whatever. We're not getting into that now. So investigating other things like that would be ideal first. We can blow it on the way out, fuck y'all. we're out, we're gonna break your stupid crap. This is my 2 cents. Obviously, we would need Jude's input as well.
Laughs is walking around, or you all flapping their arms on a fairly regular basis. Like they seem really agitated, but are just kind of letting you all talk.
Laughs, what is wrong?
Let me put it this way. I've got a weird uncomfortableness with Logan with explosives, considering how we met. And then
I met him in the middle of a fight.
Talking about depressurization, and this is just bringing me back to places I don't like being.
Do you need a hug?
Yes, but and wraps their arms around Cesar's legs. Is flapping one of his arms. Logan, friend. Like, I don't want to die again. Is that okay?
I was never going to suggest you being anywhere near the explosives. I'm the only person who would know where to put them. I would be the only person there. I would ask you guys to cover me and hopefully prevent me from dying, but
I think it's moot
right
point
now
at
the
this.
operation is not worth the sacrifice
Yes.
of any of us.
And as I said, depressurization at this point will not actually do anything. It will not be an effective way to handle this station. So I propose that we table this for right now. And
Unless you find something that in that data that makes it suddenly a priority,
yeah,
we tabled
let me
nuke.
get back to it.
Yeah, give me another Enigmas roll to dig into that data.
Sure thing. Just repeat the same rule.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Give me a second. To reroll that one. That is 4.
Okay. So yeah, you dig into sort of the comms logs. As I described before, it's a lot of like automated systems talking to each other, both in system and out of system. It seems like there's definitely a lot of communication going on between the Vega Prime, the world that you have designated as the corrupted, more corrupted one, and this station, and to other systems. There is communication between the other planet, but it's not as frequent. It's more of like a regular update kind of thing. There's not a lot of coordinated back and forth going on. It seems like they stay in contact, but it's not regular tight contact. The most recent sort of activity that the station logged was a transport ship. Its progress was being monitored from the corrupted planet to the other planet. Judging by the time, you would say that those two planets are like roughly 4 AU apart from one another. So it's a long journey between the two of them. So judging by the data and the whatnot, you would think that transport is probably going to get to that other planet within a day. And there's enough back and forth regarding that it clearly is valuable. Like it is being monitored and watched and made sure that, basically they are paying attention to that transport ship.
So a lot of attention is going to be placed.
Yeah. Both
A lot
sides
of
are paying
attention is going to be
attention
there and maybe less attention than other places.
Yeah. But it is also yeah, and I will say that you can have 2 clues, so 2 questions that you can ask
Oh,
for
fuck.
things. And you can open that up to the group.
Yeah, I'm absolutely opening that up to the team. For questions that y'all might want to suggest.
So you said the transport ship was coming from the colony to somewhere else, or is
Yeah,
it coming from somewhere else to the
It's
colony?
coming from the corrupted Vega system, which you guys can glean from the data is designated Vega Prime. And I'll give you to the and it is going to the other planet in this system, which you are able to identify as Nest.
Okay.
Just to confirm, Nest is the psi.
Yeah, Nest
thing?
has the psi active signal, as well as that sort of high intensity quantum signal that does not feel it feels different from the corrupted signal that is coming from the planet, the Vega Prime. So
I
it
guess
has
this
both
would
psi
actually,
and quantum coming from Nest.
I guess this would actually be one of my questions that I'd like to find out. Is there any way I can get a cargo manifest for that transport?
At the very
just to
least,
try to
can we get
figure
a
out-
size of the transport?
Yes. Yeah, there is there's actually, it's strange. There are it seems to be all carrying one thing, but there are 2 designations for what it is carrying. In sort of like the Vega Prime ledger, it says raw materials. And in the Nest ledger, it says candidates.
Oh boy. That's terrible.
That does not give me good feelings.
That
No,
sounds
it's-
wet and sticky.
God damn it, Cesar. Gross. Gross.
So-
Anyway. Okay.
Does it have any sort of a regular guard detail that is assigned to it?
It's noted that its active guard is it has a designated guard indicating by the name of Kamen. Kamen. So there
What's
is
he
a,
ride?
it's, you should probably find that out.
All right, I'm gonna send Jude the equivalent of I guess an IM, a text message, and let him know that we have a potential target, and ask if he needs Logan to make some strong coffee. And then insert some kind of relevant GIF that no one but me would understand, because I grew up in a completely different culture. So my memes don't make sense to anyone.
He'll reply, yes on the coffee. And he'll come out.
Logan,
What?
I need you to make your best coffee or your worst, or if that might be the same thing.
Okay.
Indigo pipes up like, are you sure you don't want to just like get the prefabricated Italian espresso that we can just manufacture?
Unfortunately, these men are savages. And I don't know why your species even talks to us.
That is one of the many mysteries of human kin relations.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, a cup of coffee is manufactured in the worst way possible. And you
But it is perfect primo military field coffy.
Just,
like Jude seems to come alive when he inhales it.
just Raphael is just staring, judging.
I put on some more tea
Do,
for.
do you have a problem with our coffee? Have you tried it?
I'm not trying that. That is not coffee. That is a crime against humanity.
Well, I mean, it is. Is there actually coffee in that?
I will make you a deal.
Hmm.
If you drink a cup of my coffee, I'll drink a cup of yours.
Castillo, your scorn only gives me power.
Come to the dark side. We have coffee.
So
Fine.
Fine.
Just so that you can actually drink something that isn't acidic, horrible, bitter
I
failure.
drank the tea earlier.
Yeah, he
The
likes
tea was amazing.
Thank you. No
Yeah.
disrespect, Logan.
Hmm?
What was that?
No, nothing.
No disrespect, Logan. Is this going to be a good thing for him to drink now, or is this going to incapacitate our friend?
Well, that is a. If you're trying to get
Be
some
fine.
sleep, morning, after sleep.
Morning, yeah.
Just-
After sleep would be good because I need to sleep at some point or I'm going to be a real bitch to deal with and not be very effective.
what is this plan?
There is a mystery shuttle traveling from planet Quantum to planet Psi, carrying creepy things.
From Prime to Nest, by the way, those are their
So on
names.
Prime, they're calling it what was it?
Raw materials.
Materials, even for you military folks. But on what are they calling on Nests? Candidates?
Candidates.
So this reminds me about a comic book I read. It was an Earth comic from the 2040s called Sci-Fi Superman Team, where
Yeah.
the Japanese, they'd locked off their country and they were trying to like breed superhuman super soldiers, but they were going through a lot of people to do it. But this probably isn't like that. This is probably much, much worse.
It could be much worse. Have you ever heard of Soylent Green?
Of
It's
what?
people.
It's made of people.
Raw
So
materials can include food.
I'll I promise you this does not come from a point of pettiness. But when I suggested we investigate the side planet, you all told me very politely to fuck off. And now that there is a mystery shuttle that is flying away from the planet that we think is where the colony is stated, you all now want to do something about it?
We want to attack the shuttle. It's the only lead we have so far for where anyone is.
And we also ended up getting a decent bit of valuable information, sir, from pursuing what we did.
Explain to me how attacking the shuttle furthers the stated mission that we are all on.
It's got a security escort that might be able to tell us something. Plus, it has a flight. Well, should have a flight recorder that will tell us where it came from. We don't know.
Given that, go ahead, finish.
No, I was just going to say we don't know where anything is on any of these planets. So if we can find where at least a shuttle launched from, it might be important. That is a start.
And if we can establish what is occurring to take the apparently living things and turning them into not living things, we might be able to gain a few allies, potentially. I know that it is not a favorite of your particular branch, but sometimes teaching people to fight for themselves and making allies can be a big disruptor and very useful. You remember the Afghan wars, correct? History?
I think also it's important to say that we're not necessarily insisting that we attack this. We're letting you know, as the highest ranking officer here, that
That is also an
This is
accurate,
data that's on the field to
statement.
consider.
I appreciate that.
Laughs, please give me a psi plus your highest clairsentience mode.
Oh
Roll.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Problem.
Oh yeah.
Three successes.
You, as your mind flits through time and space, confronting that big wall outside of this area, you see an image of a branch in a high tree, with a elaborately woven bird's nest, and a large red bird preening and maintaining it, and delicately building up like down and other soft things around a golden egg that has the exact same shape as the football, the clairsentient beacon that you guys are supposed to deploy.
I've seen some strange things in my existence. The thing that Scott just described, that I am not going to repeat, is probably on the list of stranger ones, because I can't make hides nor tails of it. Laughs will wind their arms around Cesar and Logan's legs. Maybe we can all look?
I'll take a look, but there's no guarantee that I'll be able to make much more sense of it than you. I'm not really the thinking kind of person.
I don't know if I can wrap Raphael into things, but I can try.
I have no idea if I can be wrapped into things. I'm not like any of you. Pretty normal.
Come give Laughs a hug.
I'm pretty average, so okay.
Indigo speaks up. Do you want to share minds?
I believe that was the goal, yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
Indigo focuses. What difficulty does your telepathic resistance give to establishing a mind link?
I believe it is. So I have the 3-dot version of it. So let me just double check. I can't remember which book that one's in. I have it on my cheat sheet.
Telepathic resistance, you said?
Yep, I think I have it on my cheat sheet.
Page 128.
Difficulty by 2.
Okay. There is you. Yeah, I mean you know how your mind works.
Mhm.
There is a significant pressure that nonetheless you feel, as you're not actively fighting it, eventually gets into your mind, and then the tendrils reach out, and like anyone who wants to rope in. The way mind links work, it's not like you're always sharing everything all the time. It is, you actively choose to share a thought or think a thought privately. It's essentially it works on a consensual basis, but it facilitates deeper connection and deeper psychic connection. So yeah, anyone who wishes to join this mind link is able to.
Iron Will doesn't automatically have a negative effect on that, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's only if
I was about to ask the same thing. Thank you.
It's only if someone is attempting to bore into your mind non-consensually. But yeah, anyone who wants to be in the mind link to sort of see what what Laugh sees and try and figure it out can do so.
Yeah, the first thing I'm going through my memory of it with everybody, and then I'm going to try and look again at it and see if see if it's any clearer this time, or anyone else has any ideas or things to pan vision or
So
anything
you
like
said
that.
it was a bird on a high branch.
With our football, the thing we're trying to set off in the nest.
So is he just seeing the future? What is this that we're seeing? Is it a place?
Metaphors, I think.
It's probably not a metaphor. Generally, we don't see things in metaphors. So it's probably a space and time.
So there's a giant bird, literally, that has our device.
Yesterday or to
Anyone would
Maybe.
like to roll enigmas with this information?
I would like to roll painkillers.
I mean, that's kind of about where Raphael is, because I am going to actually go out on the limb and say this is the first time he's ever been involved in any mind link like that. So it's a little like, oh no, don't, I do not enjoy this. Please
Well,
no.
it's also because you are contacting two alien minds
Yeah.
in this. So it is this being uncomfortable, totally allowable.
Yep.
You just see Logan sip.
So 9.
Oh boy.
It is
Okay.
my day to get the 10s.
Yes.
This
so
will
that
never happen
definitely
again, everybody.
overcomes the significant difficulty. And sort of the core
Money
clue
says
that
I
you're
die
able-
next session.
The core clue that we uncovered is it is a metaphor, and it's not. It's a metaphorical representation of a very real thing. That being someone or some organization or entity on Nest has a vital piece of information about where you need to plant your football. But they are not, I'll say, yeah, that's the core clue. So I will say that you have 3 questions if you'd like to piece together any more information from that.
And I will relay that to everybody. And also I'm opening up the field for questions for everyone.
Question: what do we have to do to get Jude to let that go? That he was right that we should have gone there the entire time.
That's outside the scope of this role.
That is definitely not.
So Laughs would try to figure out if the bird metaphor is a adversary or a potential ally.
It is definitely a potential ally, but with a tinge of some bitter pills needed to be swallowed in order to have a harmonious relationship with this entity.
Do they know we exist?
The image of the bird training and prepping and laying things out. Yeah, you think they might have some awareness of that they have a bargaining chip, and that anyone, yeah, they are aware, not necessarily directly of you, but that they have something valuable that people in your situation would likely want, and thus operate from a position of strength. One more question.
This is a super laugh sort of thing to think about. How do we get, what is the easiest path to get to that potential ally.
Get her what's on that ship.
So in the mind link, Laughs is going to very loudly drill sergeant-y. All right, chaps, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on the ship.
Oh,
We're gonna take it over. Then we're
Indigo
gonna give
shuts
it
the
to
mind link down. Like,
Sick.
like you can keep saying that out loud.
Thank you.
thanks. Raphael honestly is going to stagger a few steps away and probably throw up because A, first time having a mind link, B, two very alien minds. No bueno.
Logan will, as Raphael goes to throw up, kind of hold their hair back, so to speak. They understand what it's like to be in such a foreign situation like this. So they would, I don't know, does Raphael has long hair or no? Was it short? I can't remember.
I don't think I ever described his hair actually. I wouldn't anticipate I wouldn't really anticipate. Yeah, screw it. He's Aeon Trinity, not exactly military property. It's slightly longer. Also, that anime fashion.
Yeah.
If it's long enough that the
Yeah.
vomit risks getting onto it, he
Yep.
would actually be holding back the hair with one
Thank you.
hand and kind of a gentle rub on the back with I know how much it sucks the first time, but you get used to it.
I'm definitely
get
a little
you-
outside of my weight class here.
I'll lean down to Laughs. Are we seeing the start of something? Is this a friends to enemies? I mean, enemies to friends.
Oh, ooh, maybe.
Potentially. Logan he understands. He grew up on the streets. He didn't, grow up with a lot of the shit that he has now. And that was a big adjustment period for him, going from I'm kind of my own boss to I have to listen to other people now. So
I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
do you need a Tylenol or whatever our fantasy version of Tylenol, future version of Tylenol is?
I need something to rinse my mouth out and a painkiller and something to settle my stomach. Yeah.
Meganol.
Logan will hand the rest of the cup of tea that they forgot to finish. It is cold.
Thanks.
It is no longer warm, but it is not their gross field coffee that would probably just make the vomiting worse.
Logan, you have the ability to heat that thing back up. Your powers are not explosive. They are heat control.
It is actually, that is probably something they would do.
If you
it
try to
is-
hand him a cold cup of my tea, I will have to intercept with a vicious karate chop.
That is a scene I need to have happen now, though. Is Logan and Cesar fighting? But no, like as he's handing it to him, he will warm it up to just the right temperature, just that perfect drinking temperature, where it's not too hot, but the warmth kind of settles down into you and makes you feel good.
Thank you. I seriously appreciate it.
So
It's not a
Indigo,
problem, kid.
Indigo once again speaks up. It says, so based on the telemetry data, we've got about a day before it hits that planet.
How long until our VARGs are restored?
He goes over and looks at a panel. Probably about another hour. But rest is also important. Going full burn.
I feel like we
well,
need to have a little
yeah.
bit of a tactics meeting before we get some
Yeah.
rest.
How far is it?
From where you are, it is about from where where your aperture is. The planet is about 2.5 AU away from where you are. So depending on where you hit it, it'd be Indigo says our best bet is probably teleporting our beacon closer to where it is. That's probably our fastest way of getting there, and also getting a couple of hours rest, which I assuming you all want. I mean, I'm feeling a little groggy myself.
Yeah.
But that seems to be our best bet from my standpoint of things, and then leaving from the beacon as opposed to trying to cross the intervening space, because it is
How
pretty
far?
far.
How far can the beacon travel from home?
It is currently in a different solar system from home, so that's not a problem. The beacon takes the aperture with it.
So I would like to use one of my superior powers.
Sure.
Specifically, superior processor,
Okay.
which lets me automatically overcome one milestone when dealing with mathematics, physics, or mapping.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Give me an Enigmas roll with that power in place.
Okay. And what I am envisioning is I kind of like get up and lean over our like conference table hollow projector of, the Vega system map that we're slowly filling in. And I bring it up and I project sort of the path between what is it? Prime and Nest.
Mm-hmm.
Is it little
That-
yellow dotted line?
Exactly. And what I am trying to do is calculate where would be the best place to put the beacon along that path such that we can ambush them.
Okay.
The idea is we can hide, we can deploy, hide in the dark, and then when they roll up, we can essentially catch up with them and ambush them without having to necessarily burn to catch up with them so that we are visible.
Yeah, make an Enigmas roll for me.
Can I use some momentum?
Only if you use half of it.
Which
would be 2, I think.
Well, I currently see us having 6.
There were some botches and shit. I've been
I'll
keeping
do
track.
3.
Yeah, go ahead and use 3 of it.
I will use 3. Would my VARG's specialty from pilot be of any use?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do cunning is really the only one that I can think of that would work.
Sure.
Dexterity obviously would not be a good one. I have no
Intellect.
enigmas.
Mhm.
Say what?
Intellect.
Yeah, my intellect is worse than my cunning.
Yeah, cunning will work.
So
You have lightning calculator, right? As a prerequisite for that power, I think.
I do.
That's just 2.
Actually, no, it's not. Superior processor does not have anything as its prerequisite. I think I've got lightning calculator. I do. I have, lightning calculator at 2. Does that give me any enhancement?
It
2.
should. Yeah, give me 2.
Lightning calculator, depending on how loose Scott wants to be, can give you an enhancement to almost anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll give you an enhancement.
So I've got 6 dice, 3 from momentum, 3 from cunning, and I think that's all I can roll right now. Oh, thank God. 2 successes, 1 is a 10. All right, 2 successes plus however how much enhancement lightning calculator gives me. Is that 2?
Yes.
So that's
It's enough.
okay.
So this is what happens. You you beautiful mind see the field of engagement. You see Nest, you see Prime, you see the trajectory of the ship. You take into account Cesar's teleportational abilities, the speed of the shuttle, your various VARG capabilities, and you indicate a point in space that, and give it a command that brings up the holographic representation. You say, here. We have to insert here. And then the camera cuts to space, where a gigantic, stark, terrible transport is burning through space. And out of the aperture comes screaming the transport with the 5 VARGs. And that is where we're going to cut it off for tonight.
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
Indeed.
Ah,
Dun dun dun.
Dum,
how
dum.
dare.
Yeah, cinematics, good times.
I did
All
that
right.
drunk.
That
No,
All
we
right.
sobered you up with my awful field coffee.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That helped.
That
Okay.
complication that canceled out the drunken.
All right, we're
Brilliant.
gonna go over XP real quick. Did anyone achieve any short-term aspirations?
I did.
Yes, I did.
I did not do
What-
both of them.
yeah,
I
what?
technically, given where we left off, would have, because we agreed that Raph would have the cup of coffee in the
Yeah,
morning.
we can
after
say
the
that as
rest.
being fulfilled.
God.
Okay.
We will have there's a short scene where they share cups of coffee right before getting into their VARGs.
Again, the coffee cup is just in the cockpit with Logan.
So yeah, what about Raphael? Did you get a short term?
I don't believe I got a short term. However, I did message you, because I'm not sure if something I did, rather something that happened with Logan, may have kind of counted as one of my long term.
I think that would definitely apply.
So I've achieved my long term then.
Absolutely. Okay.
I also, I don't know if it would count, but you technically made Logan laugh with your horrible reaction to the wet, sticky duct tape. I don't know.
Oh
if that
my
would count as
God.
a bit of dark humor.
Yeah, I would say that
Yeah.
would apply as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that would definitely apply. So that would mean that you would all of you have achieved at least one short-term aspiration. So you get an XP per, and one additional for everyone doing it. You get 2 for Raphael gets 2 for achieving a long-term aspiration. And to note, that basically locks your long-term aspiration until everyone has achieved their long-term aspiration.
That's fine.
So you don't have to worry about getting a new one until everyone does. You did spend over half your available momentum in a scene, so that's an additional XP for everyone else. And I will definitely say that you guys have achieved a story milestone in dealing with, at least temporarily speaking, the dataless crash station, or at least discovering what you can about it, and moving on to dealing with Nest. And with that, does anyone have anything they would like to plug to the future?
Yep.
Okay.
That, as I believe this will still be a thing by the time this episode comes out. My company, Cerberus Interactive Media, is running a 2-night Nordic style LARP in the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition setting at Midwinter Gaming Convention on the Friday and Saturday of that convention in January 2023. It is called Giovanni the Family Reunion. We are going to be taking you through the coming together of the clans of death and all of the politicking that entails in order to have them become the Hecata of the B5 setting.
Neat.
So yeah.
And while you're at it, go ahead and give us all your impertinence and where people can find you.
I can, like we said at the beginning of this, my name is Johnathan Phi. You can find me all over the internet at in variations, under variations of the username Nox Eternus. You can find the website for the game that I just plugged at. So let me pull up my own website here because I have the memory of a goldfish. At become-the-hikata.squarespace.com. I don't have our Cerberus Interactive Media webpage up yet because life do be real.
It happens, but all available information will be in the show notes for anyone
Yes.
who wishes to just click a link. Anyone else have anything they'd like to plug? Oh, there's a kitty. Oh, hello,
Yeah.
kitty. Sorry, I love kitties.
If
We
you're
can
not
plug that
listening,
cat.
if you're not listening to the OpCast yet, you should be listening to OpCast, Arms Around the Trinity Continuum, an amazing podcast by two people, Scott Cuban and Josh Heath, who may be involved with this particular thing going on. So that is a podcast specifically about everything related to the Trinity Continuum. So if you can't get enough of us, get your arms around us there.
Nice. Anything else from anyone? All right. Well, let people know your pertinence, Josh, and then move it to someone else then.
Right. You can find me at High Level Games on the internet, on Mastodon, on the Twitters for now, and on Facebook. And Jim, we're going to go to you.
I am Jim. I don't really exist too much in the social media sphere, especially out here living in the country currently. I can't even stream really.
Oof.
Yeah, we didn't know Starlink had a data limit. Yeah. I have been playing Staff Sergeant Logan McCall, who is slowly kind of opening up to people despite his time in prison and really wants to blow something up. Though preferably not with the nuke. He has plans for that.
All right.
And I will go ahead and pass that to Sean.
And you're muted.
I am Sean Creef. I was playing Wu Cesar, and I don't have anything current to plug, but you can find me on Linktree at /Sean Creef. That's where you can, one-stop shop for everything I want. And I'm assuming Scott will put that in the show notes.
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping someday to be a welcome guest on the OpCast.
We'll have to have a conversation about that. I think that's possible, and I think that leaves Nigel.
Yes.
Hello, I am Nigel. I have been playing Flight Lieutenant Jude Fletcher. I have nothing to plug, and I have no socials that I am comfortable sharing. So I am out there like a shadow, like a nebula, just floating along, observing all things, silently judging. Yeah, that's it.
All right, winners do
Terrible.
drugs. Anyway, my name is Scott Cuban. I have been the story guide for this particular game. You can find me at Simulacra RPGs currently on Twitter. I haven't ventured off into other things because I'm pretty hesitant about that sort of thing. You can find obviously here on Twitch at Simulacra TV, as well as Simulacra TV at YouTube, where you can find all the VODs of all the actual plays that I do. If you wish to support the show and the channel, the best way to do so is to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios, become a patron. And the biggest benefit of that right now is you get access to our private Discord server, which you can get early access to casting calls and direct access to all past and present cast members just to chat, because we're cool people and you want to get to know us. But please do that. Please become a patron. Please support the show. I'm going to be looking over my patron levels and tiers of things to try and get some more good stuff out of it. So that's going to be happening over the winter break here. But I think that wraps everything up. See everyone in 2 weeks when we get on to the Nest side of the Vega system and see what's going on over there.
Hell yeah.
Nothing bad will happen at all.
Oh no.